Welcome. If you've come on today, what we're doing is we're talking about what the four S's are and what the heck they are and how do they make a difference in your world. Now, so the four S's, these are important because it kind of signifies where you're at in your world, whether it's in relation to weight loss or nutrition, or how about in financially, in your relationships, in a variety of areas in your life. And if you know where you're at, then you know how to get to the next one. And if you are aware of this, then you can start making proactive steps to shift yourself up and up and up in this little ladder of the S's. And if you aren't aware of these things, then you end up staying stuck. Kind of stuck in cement. You do not make any transitions or shifts or anything. And so it's important to share this and just kind of give you some enlightenment around what the heck these four S's are, and off we go. So the four S's are survival, stability, success, and significance. Okay, so survival, stability, success, and significance. These are four levels that people go through to elevate themselves. Whether, we're going to obviously start with the, example of weight loss. Now, with weight loss and body weight, survival. Survival mode is when you are constantly thinking about food, but not having any success, trying all the diets, trying all the exercise programs, doing any and all things that you can to make yourself just get by. You probably aren't experiencing any results or haven't had much success. You're plateaued, you feel stuck. All the things around you point to you not making any progress. All right. Or maybe you have had some progress and then you yo-yo and you go right back down to, again, you lost some weight and you gained it right back. So that would be survival mode. The second one is stability. This is when you've kind of started to establish some education on nutrition, also understanding how this is going to directly impact your lifestyle, how you're going to be able to squeeze in the exercise, the workouts, everything that's relevant to improving your body and your overall health. All right, so you've maybe found a program or found something that has started to create the shift of momentum in the direction of success. You've found some support, accountability, things that allow you to continually back that up as well. So that's stability. Number 3 is success. This is when things are moving. The body's responding exactly the way you want it to. You've lost weight. You've actually have settled into maybe a very specific lifestyle around your food, around how you eat, around what your food choices are, around your energy and how you show up in the day, how you think, your positive or negative emotions around who you are, your confidence level. All these things start to rise and keep going up and up and up. And this is where we can get into the third S, which is, again, success. And things are going well. People are commenting and noticing, and you are experiencing really cool things in your world. Then last up, the last one is significance. Okay? Significance is where it is just what you do. It is who you are. It's who you have become. It's what people know you as. It's the daily life of that is you or me. So you don't think about food. You don't think about food choices. It's not something that's present in your mind. You're living on a higher level of that. You're into a flow of exercise. It's just something that comes naturally. Sure, we can have our ups and downs with having motivation or willpower, or just might have a dip in that energy for the day. But in general, you are beyond and above anything else that would, have you shifting downward and away from that stuff. So those are our 4 S's, okay? Survival, stability, significance, and success, and then significance. Now, with those 4 S's, now let's shift this into like a financial realm. All right, with your finances, with your money-making capacity, survival, you're not paying bills. Things are tight. You're struggling paycheck to paycheck. You're looking for the next, opportunity or the next way to make some more money to help pay off these bills. We get out of survival when you're just constantly thinking about not having any. You get into success. Paying bills is a little more comfortable. It's a lot easier. Things come a little bit. Opportunities start to present themselves when you're stable. Right? You have a steady paycheck. It's reliable. You can count and know how to budget your money to pay off bills and get yourself into a better situation. So that's stability. Third one is success. You've paid off all your debt. You have more than a steady income. You're actually putting money in the bank. You are, you can spend a little more freely. You can give money away, which you should be anyways, and things are going really well for you. And then last up is we have significance. This is when people are donating large sums of money. They are also, let's take LeBron. He's near and dear here in the Akron area, and he just started a school called the I Promise School, and there's a lot of things in that school that provide for students and their education. And so the big thing here is that there's significance that he can create this school that can then give to those, because he's got more than enough money and he doesn't need any more. So he's trying to help out others. And that's really where significance comes in, is that you're able to do for others way easier because all your stuff is handled. So there's just two ways of, like, obviously weight loss, but also financial stability. Now, here's where some of this stuff lies in, especially with the weight loss or with any of it. It comes down to confidence and inner confidence, and how we start to bridge the gap from the first S, which is stability, which is survival, and going to significance. Like, you might not be living in the body that you want, and it's really hard. You're disconnected from that, and you can't necessarily visualize what that is. So we go from survival to stability to success to significance. Now, what we can do and ways to bridge that gap are through visualization. Putting in your mind's eye what it is that you want, the vision of who you are and what you're becoming, how this process is going to unfold. If you look into the future years from now and you see yourself as living this certain way, this certain lifestyle, being in this physical certain type of body frame, then you can start to backtrack and reverse engineer how to get into that specific body. Or what are the things that you're doing? How's your body responding? What are the next steps that need to happen with your food choices or your exercise or just your overall time management, energy management, and productivity in the days, okay? So you visualize going from each step into that. So you picture yourself having the significance of the body of your dreams and the exercise and everything around that, and then you go from there. All right. Other ways to do this is to journal and write down and connect. You're constantly being grateful for the things that are coming to you. This is that mindset shift. This is where we're going to spend a lot of time focused right here and getting you to your brain to link up what is to come, what is the future success that you are going to have. And once you strongly identify with that, the brain doesn't necessarily know that it isn't necessarily true. So if you can convince yourself with a strong enough power, and then you'll be able to shift your body in a stronger, faster, better way to connect to those things that you hope and dream for. Now, the last up is the journaling is connecting, writing down what it is regularly, visualizing and seeing it written down and connecting to that truth, okay? Now, with the mindset stuff, now where we are today is due to the thoughts and the things and the actions that you did yesterday, okay? And how you thought yesterday was a result of the actions and the things that you did the day before and the day before that. The thoughts, the vibrations, the energy that you were giving out. So consequently, you are in the spot you are because of the way you thought, yesterday, the day before, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, okay? And if you're not in a spot where you are excited about and thrilled about and really kind of uplifted, then, where back did things break down? Where back did things not connect and not resonate to this future lifestyle, the significance part of you that you actually want to live? Everybody wants to be there, and so we need to then identify where the breakdown was and then start to course correct and make sure that we get the response, the actions, and everything that is going to result in you leveling up in those four S's. So again, survival, stability, success, and significance. So tomorrow is based on the actions and the decisions and the energy of what you do today. All right, that goes from your food choices, did you work out or not? Did you spend time moving? What time are you going to bed? Did you choose to be in a positive attitude? Are you drinking plenty of water? Are you friendly to those around you? All these things are going to matter and going to dictate who you are becoming tomorrow. All right. And then last up, with these four S's, if you are in, say, survival mode, you cannot just jump to significance. It's not going to happen. And that's where today's marketing has led so many of us astray. And what they think about is, say losing weight. Oh, I'm going to lose 30 pounds this next month, right? That's what marketing has told you. That's what the promises have been for you for many years in the past. That is not necessarily going to be the truth. That is not going to be the way that it is. You're not just going to automatically flip your life upside down and then get to a level of significance where you're, giving to others and you're doing and living freely of who you are and what it is. So you have to shift, just like in martial arts, the belts. You're not going to all of a sudden become a black belt. There's a process and a way of things that have to come to be able to then achieve that black belt. So you go to the orange belt and the yellow belt and the brown belt, and hopefully I said those in order because I'm not quite sure what those are, but I know the black belt is one of the best. So you can't be a grandmaster without going through the paces and setting the rhythm and the technique and determination and all the energy of what it is that you need to do, which leads me to conditioning. Conditioning the mind to accept the future that you are going to live, conditioning of the body to do the reps and do the work to you to change your body, the future conditioning of shifting your food habits away from, say, processed sugar to whole foods, whole grains, and things that actually give you energy and rather than take it from you. Condition your body to drink, condition your body to move so much in a day. Those are important things that the body is going to need to do, and that allows you to stretch. You should always be stretching, not physically like bending over and stretching your hamstring, but stretching your mind, stretching your body to allow for greater capacities for you to grow at a higher level, higher rate, faster rate, and then develop yourself along from survival mode to stability, to success, to significance, all right? And as you stretch yourself, each and all of four of those places, it's going to become easier. Not because you wish it were easier, you want to actually wish that you were better. If you wish you were better, then you will have the skills, the skill set, the equipment, the things, whatever it is that you need to be able to up level and maintain that level of significance or at least success for a long, long time. Or obviously we want this to be indefinite for the remainder of your days. So we have to stretch our success and wish that we were better, not that it was easier. So again, hopefully this has been some insight for you about the four S's. Maybe you can, think about where you're at. Are you in this, I deal a lot with weight loss, with exercise, with nutrition, with confidence. Where are you at in these four areas there? If you post below, I'd love to engage in some comments with you. Are you at a level of survival where you are just trying to get to the next day? You are unsure of what it is that you need to do with your nutrition, what it is that you need with your exercise, what it is that you need to move your body in a way that's going to allow it to shift to those upper levels. You just don't know because you don't know. And you could spend all your time trying to research information, but it's about the implementation of it all. So the second level is stability. Number 2, stability. Are you there? Are you kind of getting into a rhythm? You've become more consistent in your movement, in your food choices. Your body's starting to go in the direction that you want it to. Are you feeling a little more successful, a little more confident about the process and not doubting yourself at every turn? Is your confidence going up to the fact that the clothes are going down? Then we have the third level, which is success. The body is transforming, whether it already has or it's on its way. You know deep inside that the body is doing what it absolutely 100% needs to do to make the transition to where you ultimately want to go. So you've got your success. People see it. They give you compliments. You know what you're doing in the gym. Your you've dropped a couple pant sizes. Shirts feel so much better. You feel more confident in the clothing that you put on. There's no of the shopping your wardrobe, like trying on like 18 different things to see if that is going to look good on you today. None of that stuff happens. You actually save a lot of time and you're super productive with your energy and your time management. And then last up, are you into that fourth level, that significance, where it is just you? You radiate. You are that being. Positivity oozes out of you and it's contagious to those around you. You uplift those around you. You uplift yourself, and it's just the way you live. And people know that about you. They recognize that about you. And they actually would call you out if it wasn't the way that you responded. So, there it is. Last time. Survival mode. Stability. Success or significance. Where are you at? And how is it affecting your life right now? And more importantly, how is it affecting your future? Right below, answer, and I'd love to engage with you. All right. Hopefully this was insightful. Create some clarity around what it is that you need to do next to up-level your way through the 4 S's. Have a great night.